We all know that our most precious resource is our children. We also know that we have an obligation, indeed a duty, to educate our children to the fullest extent possible. To develop those young minds and brains and watch them learn, watch them grow, and watch them conquer is the most inspirational thing that we can see. Other states are doing everything they can to develop these young minds, to inspire these young minds, to nurture them and have them grow and accomplish great things. They in turn stay and help the state reach its potential and be all that it can be. We have an obligation to do likewise, and we have the opportunity to do likewise. Let's do it with our children.
In Kentucky, we have taken a definition of gifted children that is very broad, and of that I'm proud. That means that children may be identified as intellectually gifted, gifted in a specific academic area, in creativity, in the visual and performing arts, or in leadership.
The most compelling reason to advocate for appropriate educational opportunities for children who are gifted and talented is because all children deserve that, and gifted and talented children particularly deserve that because it's not happening all the time, every place right now.
All students, elementary, middle, and high school level students, should be academically challenged every single day. Lack of challenge academically can result not only in underachievement, but also in psychosocial problems.
We want all children to be provided a rigorous curriculum, but rigor means different things for different children. It means providing a depth and a complexity of learning for these children, and that is very different from one gifted child to the next.
To treat children as a mass grade and to only look at average scores and decide that it's more economically feasible to raise the bottom up and get a better and then achieve a better average. Of course, that's fantastic in its own right, but to neglect the accelerated learners and to the ones that are talented and skilled, to put resources toward those type children really also pays back to society many times over.
I think it's really important that we do not forget our gifted learners as we march toward proficiency. Many of those students are already proficient, but we need to have expectations that those students achieve at distinguished levels in their area of giftedness. In exceptionally gifted students at that early age, I think teachers see a real enthusiasm for learning. In order for that enthusiasm for learning to continue in all of our gifted students as they progress P through 12, we really see that there needs to be an individual learning plan in place for that student and mentor teachers that are advocating for that student to ensure that they take advantage of all the opportunities.
All children deserve to make continuous progress, and unfortunately what sometimes happens with our gifted population is that they don't even make 1 year's progress during a year's time. But if they come to school and the curriculum is just a grade level, one-size-fits-all curriculum for all children, and it's not their size, then they may not make even a year's progress when they could do so much more than that. So we're really cheating them if we don't find out what they know and what they're ready to learn.
We just think that those students still need that extra over and above instruction and opportunity more than anything else to develop at higher levels.
We must do things to address the needs of all students, and that includes the gifted and talented students, because it is our moral and professional obligation to make sure that we've taken the students wherever they are when we get them, and we've propelled them as high as we can in order to help them reach their potential.
The gifted students of today will go on to lead the Commonwealth and hopefully the country in the next few decades. That if you try to sell them short and not give them what they deserve and force them to their potential, you lose that. And the potential captains of industry and scientists and lawyers and politicians, that you'll lose that. And that's just something that can't be tolerated in this state.
It's important that we are able to identify gifted and talented students. I look back on my childhood when I was coming up, and I remember my teacher saying that I had something, and I knew not what that was, but what that was when she was talking to my mother. She saw something in me that she wanted to be able to address and pull out. And I think back, what if she had not been able to see what I was able to do in an art class?
It is so important that we provide those same kinds of learning experiences for our most gifted and talented children in the state of Kentucky, so that we're developing those future leaders who not only become good citizens, but are good thinking citizens who truly can make a difference as we look to the future.
There's a direct economic link between educating our children early on and also educating our students as they continue through this process to make sure that we take them to the highest level in an effort to maintain their services in the state of Kentucky.
Quite honestly, the gifted and talented have been neglected in Kentucky, and you cannot say it any other way. You know, we're not blaming anybody, but we just need money.
A school service providing individual, in-depth, and challenging courses is sought after by professionals in any community, because they are looking to challenge their children so that each child has their educational needs met at the highest professional level.
All stakeholders must pick up the torch, carrying it for the academic progress of students and the real emphasis on academics. It's important for the superintendent's organization to pick up this charge and to deliver it to the individual districts, and to be actually the banner carrier for the individual school districts. If we do a good job with that, then the parents are going to be informed, and sky's the limit.
And I just can't emphasize enough the need for a strong professional development program in gifted education in a school that is ongoing. It cannot be a one-time workshop over the summer, but each year and throughout the year we must provide continuous professional development for the teachers who are working with our gifted students on a daily basis.
Proficiency to me is a parallel to Jim Collins' book Good to Great, where he says good is the enemy of great. When you're trying to focus on being a good organization, oftentimes you don't make it to become a great organization. When we simply focus on getting students to proficiency, to me that's sort of a minimum competency goal. What we want to really do is to get them beyond proficiency.
Gifted students are the gems of our community as well as our nation, and we should do all that we can for them.